Hey everybody, Ryan here. Just want to talk to you about one of my first commander decks. It's actually probably my second commander deck I put together. It wasn't something I really got into too much, but I really tweaked it. So my first commander deck was Kalia, and my next commander deck was the Naya deck from Commander 2013. And what I ended up doing was I ended up tweaking the deck that Wizards produced. Took out almost half the cards and put it in and bought a whole bunch more. But anyway, when we get to 100 subscribers, we are going to address this purple pack in front of us and take a peek at it. It's already been discussed other places, but 100 subscribers, we will be discussing this. But anyway, what I did with the Naya deck from Commander 2013 was I changed out the ruler. So this guy. From Legends, this is Hazezon Tamar. His cool ability is he enters the battlefield and he triggers something that you get a 1/1 Sand Warrior token that is white, green, and red in color. So you get that on your next upkeep. If he leaves the battlefield before your next upkeep, you still get it, and the tokens are permanent. If you blink him in or cloud shift him, you've gotten those tokens a second time, and he gets 1 token per land that you have. This was a card that I really wanted to get in this deck and wanted to be my commander for my Naya deck. So that was the first card I added to the deck. So we'll put him over here, and then let's go through what cards did I add. So these are the white cards I added. I put in Sarah's Blessing, basically gives all my creatures vigilance. Next, Honor the Fallen, Mercadian Masks rare. Play that mid to late game to get some life boost. Devout Invocation, get you some white angel tokens. And tokens are a big part of this deck because I actually have 3 different doubling seasons in here, and you'll see that in a minute. Next we have Elspeth, our first Planeswalker for the tokens. Wrath of God to sweep the board. Didn't add that, but that's a great native part of this deck. Swords to Plowshares. Love that card. Path to Exile. It's twin cousin. Twin brother. Next, because it's token deck, we need Phantom General. Everybody gets +1/+1. Most of our creatures are going to be green or 2 color. So next we have Juniper Order Advocate from Alliances. +1/+1 to all green creatures you control as long as she's untapped. Precinct Captain. Get some tokens out there. Okay. Doom Traveler. Oh my goodness, it dies, it makes a token. Cards I kept. We have Kong Ming. Really like him. Then your Darksteel Mutation. Love that card. I think it's awesome. Now for red, cards I added. Urbosk. Everybody gets haste, and it's a little bit of control from red. I mean, it clamps down your opponent, this stuff coming in tapped. Next, Pyroclasm. Just a little sweeper there. Next was, I kept this one, Warstorm Surge. I kept Where Ancients Tread. Kept War Cadence, and I kept Street Spasm. Some good red spells there for you. Now, Primal Vigor is the first, quote, doubling season. The next doubling season is doubling season for this deck. And then finally, Parallel Lives. So 3 of those for this deck with me shifting it from beasts to heavy tokens. Next, I have Yava. She gives all, you may cast green creature cards as though they had flash. Next from Alliances is Kesa. She gives all your green creatures +1/+1. Added an Exploration, Sylvan Library, Squirtle Nest, Primal Rage. Creatures you control have trample. So you can see the theme here. Exploration, additional land ramp. Draw, Sylvan Library lets you draw. Squirrel's Nest, we put a 1/1 green squirrel token in, so you can see where this deck's going. Next, Worldly Tutor, there's our tutor. Then we have Eternal Witness, an amazing card. Enters the battlefield, you may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. That's a great ability for 3. You're getting a 2/1. It's a green card with all the buffs I have in here for green cards. Even though she's mono green, she doesn't share a color with something, she's going to get buffed. She's going to be more than a 2/1 in this deck. Advocate of the Beast was added because I did keep some beasts. Advocate of the Beast drops a 1/1 counter on a target beast you control at the beginning of your end step. So I kept the Rampaging Beloths because I have a lot of land in this deck. Ravenous Beloth for the life gain. Drum Hunter, kept him around. Got a little, tap of activate ability there. Restore, really good card. Target land from graveyard into the battlefield under your control. So I'm not running fetches in here. I was running straight up duels. I've removed those, took those out. Actually sold those back to my local game store for a profit. So no duels in this deck, but I was running duels. So, but if someone was playing land destruction, or if I was doing something to sack a land, I could get it back. Slice and Twain, I think it's a great card. Destroy artifact or enchantment and draw a card. Harmonize. This was reprinted. This is a last seen in Revised, and then reprinted in Dual Deck, and then reprinted in Commander 13. Great to draw 3 for green. Kept Rain of Thorns, kept Sprouting Vines, and kept Cultivate for some ramp there. So anyway, that is the main, the white, red, green colors for this deck. I'll put those right there. And then the gold cards. I put a Jacques Levert in. He gives all your green creatures +0/+2, and he's himself green. Sunhome Guildmage because of the token. Next was the Yearling here, Vigilance and Haste, 2-drop, 2/2. Fleecemane Lion, white-green card. Monstrosity, I like that. Artifact Mutation, so you can get your green Spoiling tokens, or Mutation, same thing, 1/1 green Spoiling tokens. Voice of Resurgence, and because it's going to make a token of itself, so if I got Doubling Season, Primal Vigor, all that good stuff out. Hello tokens. Xenagos, the Reveler, for some mana ramp in here, and hey, he makes tokens. Raise, redeemed, guess what, makes tokens. I kept the Horned One, another beast, Boros Charm, great card from Gatecrash. Fires of Yavimaya, creatures you control have haste, so it's another way to get haste on my guys. Savage Twister, deals damage to each creature, so some removal there. And then finally Hull Breach, kept that card. Artifacts, I only run 4 artifacts in this deck. First is Burnished Heart. I like its ability to, it thins my deck, and it gets stuff onto the battlefield for me. Darksteel Inglet, indestructible, and I can add what I need when I need it. It's 3, it's a little high, but I'll take it. Kept the Satchel for the tokens, and anything I'm going to reveal, I'm going to get a benefit from. And of course, Soul Ring. You have to keep, if you're not running a commander deck with Soul Ring, you're doing it wrong. And as far as lands, Razor Verge Thicket, Reflecting Pool, Rootbound Crag, Sacred Foundry, let's see, Stomping Ground, Sunpetal Grove, Temple Garden. I'm just pulling out the stuff I added that was different from the deck itself. Arctic Flats, let's see, Clifftop Retreat, Copperline Gorge, Gavany Township. Main reason for the Gavany Township is the 1/1 counter on each creature you control. That's pretty, if you're going to do tokens in your doubling season, you're going to just token swarm them. That's important to buff your guys. Highland Wield. Let's see what else we got here. And the rest is stuff from the actual deck as it was presented by Wizards. We got the Gruul Gate, Evolving Wilds, Forgotten Cove, Command Tower. If you're not running Command Tower in a Commander deck, again, you're doing it wrong. Boros Gate, Tranquil Thicket, Naya Panorama, New Benelana, Opal Palace, Jungle Shrine. That's your tap. Dinner's Tap, Triple Land. Mosswort Bridge, Temple of the False Gods, Secluded Step, Celestian Guildgate, Celestian Sanctuary, Homeward Path, City Tree, and then the rest are your plains, your mountains, and your forests. So changes to this deck. Right now, what I would do is I would take out the basic lands and add some more of your dual land types to it. That's the first thing I would do. So you're running, if you're going to drop a land, it better be able to produce 2 different colors. The next thing I would do is I would either focus more on the tokens and take out the beasts. I'm not sure I'm liking the beast mechanic, however it was native to the deck as it was presented, and I did enjoy this deck as presented and built by Wizards. Just want to point out some cards I did not keep and talk about why I did not keep those. First, even though I love the artwork from one of my favorite artists, who unfortunately is no longer with us, it's a 5/5 vanilla for 7. Well, not really vanilla because it's got flying and vigilance. However, it doesn't do anything special. It doesn't enter the battlefield, trigger something. It doesn't leave the battlefield, trigger something. It doesn't do anything. It's a 5/5 flying vigilance. So I took out Archangel. Would love to keep it just because it's a beautiful card. Let's see, what else did I take out that I wanted to point out to everybody? Oh, I took out the Avengers is in the card. Just wasn't feeling it. I thought I was putting in some better stuff that would go with my theme of tokens and what I was looking for. Also took out 2 of the big legends. I mean, that's the face of the deck, what you see it when you get in the store. Also, even though I wanted to keep Naya Charm, I took it out. Just wasn't feeling that I was going to spend 3 different mana to deal 3 damage or return a creature from the graveyard to my hand or tap all creatures my opponent controls. Did not see that being really vital or important to this deck. So those are some cards I took out. Just wasn't feeling them. Even though this is a Naya deck and I build themes, and Naya Charm would be a theme that I would definitely include in my stereotypical Naya deck. Anyway, this is my Hazezon Tamar deck for Commander. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment. What would you add? What would you take away? And when we get to 100 subscribers, we'll talk about this bad boy. I think you all want to see what's inside. And that's all I got. Thanks. Bye.